Hello, comrades. Hello, dear brothers and sisters, and welcome home. This morning, I wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you to those of you who took the time and energy to travel to the land of upright men, to return to your roots, as we say in English, back to your roots. Thank you for coming. You have truly shown us a deep sense of brotherhood, and you have honored us in ways that are both meaningful and unforgettable. And I sincerely pray to God that He continues to bless each and every one of you, to grant you the health, the well-being, and the strength that are necessary to continue returning to your roots, your heritage, and your origins. Among you are elderly people, very elderly people, who despite the weight of age have made the journey with you. I thank you infinitely from the bottom of my heart, and may God continue to comfort you. I am with you throughout your entire stay among your brothers. Every evening on television, I try to see what activities you have had to carry out. And I can admit that I am very happy with everything you have already been able to discover. But I pray to God that time is still on our side and that you can come back. And to be able to discover many more things throughout Burkina Faso. Indeed, many have been advised against coming to Burkina Faso. You are now our ambassadors. And I think you are in the best position to make others understand that Burkina Faso is far from what these Western media are trying to portray to the world. Burkina Faso is a safe place to live, Burkina Faso is resisting, Burkina Faso is standing tall, and Burkina Faso is alive. And thank you for proving that to the eyes of man. I also commend you for your determination to support us in our struggle and therefore to support your brothers and sisters here in Burkina Faso by investing in all possible areas. I discussed the permanent resident card with Premier Renk yesterday. Certainly, we had set conditions for acquiring the card, but also other financial conditions. But we have decided to lift the financial condition for you so that you can acquire it. So for you, it will simply be a matter of the card itself. You will be exempt from all other conditions. And thank you for paving the way for all those who wish to get this card and be able to invest and stay in Burkina. That said, Burkina Faso is a country that is building itself up, and I think many opportunities have been presented to you. There are still many other opportunities. Regarding the issue of radio and television, I can also assure you that I will do everything to support the creation of such a radio or television station here in Burkina Faso. Because communication is a weapon. And no one can tell our story better than we can. For a long time, they are the ones who told the story they wanted about Africa. They are the ones who told the story they wanted about the black man. But no, it is time for us to say no to that and to tell things as they are. And I encourage you to pursue this project, which we will greatly support. Burkina Faso is under construction. We have begun to change many of our laws to allow for better coexistence, but also to secure the investments of Burkinabe and all those who wish to come and invest in Burkina Faso. When we take the real estate sector, for example, it is a rapidly growing sector in Burkina Faso. We take the field of agriculture and agricultural processing, particularly the agri-food industry, energy. In short, there are many areas that are open, and we need the minds of our brothers to come and build here, the necessary industries to transform our raw materials. And it is we who must feed the world, not us who must go begging before the world. And it is very possible for Africa to feed the world. And so I invite you to reflect, to come together perhaps, but I assure you that we will support you in investing in key areas in Burkina Faso that can be beneficial to you and to all your brothers here. And that is the very essence of our struggle. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs will continue this fine work they have started. And by the way, I congratulate them for this initiative with the institute that was able to do this wonderful work. Continue the work of presenting opportunities to guide you and channel you towards foundational and beneficial investments. And we will continue to follow this very closely so that you are not disappointed with your investment in Burkina Faso. Recognize one important thing, and that is, it is truly a fight of endurance, requiring patience and persistence. And you have decided to carry our message throughout the world. We are not fighting for Burkina Faso alone. We are fighting for Africa. We are fighting for the black man. We are fighting for the dignity of Africa. And whoever fights for the dignity and well-being of their people also has something in their heart. We are wholeheartedly with all peoples who fight for justice, for equality, for well-being. And we are friends with all peoples who respect us and who respect our sovereignty and our dignity. And thank you so much for supporting this important fight that we are currently waging. It is, as you can probably imagine, very difficult to wage this particular type of fight. To see Africa awaken is a nightmare for some, but yet Africa is awakening. We will not be accomplices in any way under any circumstances. To their own personal wishes, perhaps, the wish for Africa to be seen as a cursed land of slaves. And support them so that what they think becomes a truth. And we will fight for that. We were told this when we wanted to take control of our country's destiny, that it is impossible to do what we want. Others have discouraged us. They have always used examples of African heroes whom they killed to tell us that these heroes tried but could not succeed. To make us understand that our struggle is a lost cause. But we have said that impossible is not African. There is no people in the world who have suffered like Africans. No other people could have survived all the trials that black people have endured. If impossible were African, our grandparents, our ancestors suffered a great deal. There is truly no group of people in the world who have suffered as deeply and profoundly as Africans. No other people could possibly have survived all of the many trials and hardships that black people have endured. If impossible were African, our grandparents, our ancestors suffered a great deal. There is no people in the world who have suffered like Africans. No other people could have survived all the trials that black people have endured. No other people could have survived all the trials that black people have endured. Whether it was colonization, slavery, or the Arab-Muslim conquest here, Africans have known every kind of humiliation, every kind of treatment aimed at exterminating us. They wanted to wipe out the black race because it was always the brave young people they took, killed, and deported. So the African is the most resilient in the history of humanity because we have resisted every possible form of barbarity. But today, we must continue the fight together. And that is why I thank you again for this fight you are waging. Because the continent is still suffering. Look at what is happening in Sudan. They are exterminating our black brothers. Look at what is happening in the Congo. Look at what they are sowing in the Sahel. Everywhere they manipulate black people so that we kill each other. They send weapons and we continue to kill each other. This must stop, and it is very possible. And the first weapon that we can use, that you can use, is communication. It is to explain to black people where they come from, who they are, and where we can go from here. And it is very possible, and I congratulate you, I encourage you in this fight. Wherever Africans find themselves, we must understand one thing. Only united can we go far. And we must manage to unite one way or another. And this responsibility falls more on today's youth, but also on the elders, who must explain to the youth what they lived through yesterday and how we must act today in order to unite. And I am counting on each and every one of you to continue this fight wherever you are. Because we are being fought today by imperialism, which seeks by all means to make us disappear, but also by our own brothers. Some who are the lackeys of imperialism and others who act for their own simple interests. Personally, I would say there are many African heads of state who do not like me. A great many of them, they do not approve of me. Perhaps because they are jealous, or perhaps in some way I am considered a danger to their masters, or at least that is how it seems to me. Good evening to you. I do not hold it against them, not at all. And they pretend as if nothing is wrong. When people meet them, they pretend to like me, or at least they act as though they do. Sometimes I wonder if they are simply following instructions, or if they truly feel that way. It is difficult to tell, but I try not to let it bother me. But I know that many of them do not like me. But our prayer is that God will profoundly change their hearts, that God will put a lot of love in their hearts, not for us, but for their people, so that they love their people and that they fight for their people, because we will continue to spread the message so that their youth will awaken. And I pray to God that God puts love in their hearts, that they love their youth, that they love their people, and that they fight for the well-being of their people. Perhaps through that, we too will benefit from an ounce of love from them. And I pray to God that this can happen, and very quickly, that we may all look in the same direction and see that we must fight for the well-being of our peoples, our youth, our continents, and our countries. And through that, we will have no choice but to unite, because Africa is immensely rich. We have an immense market, and we have great minds all over the world. And we will bring all our best minds to work with us. And Africa needs all its sons and all its daughters to be able to develop. And you carry this message, you lead this fight, and we must do everything for this fight to succeed, and as quickly as possible. That is very important, because you must see this fight succeed in a very short time, and it is very possible. So I encourage you, I congratulate you for everything you do. And before I conclude my remarks here today, I would like to sincerely invite you, whenever you have the opportunity or the chance, to come back and return to Burkina Faso, because we are going to work together to transform Burkina Faso, to make Burkina Faso an inspiring example for others, so that people everywhere can see and truly understand that it is